Well, hello there, folks. This is Shippy the Explorer. Back with you today with another video of life experience and something hopefully will be interest you that I want to share with you today. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depends on where you are, and trust that you're doing well, and good to have you back with this station. I'm feeling rejuvenated today and feeling excited about today. The weather is a little bit gloomy, but it's nice, and autumn is on its way. So I welcome you back to Shippy the Explorer station, and look forward that the newcomers would subscribe, folks, and so you can join me each time on these tapes. And for the ones who have been coming religiously, thanks for being back with me. I appreciate you all. Today's video is going to talk about, remember the other day I talked about if you're down and feeling a little bit down, you can associate yourself with the nature, and you can associate yourself with people and animals, and you'll be somewhat rejuvenated. So I'm gonna dedicate this video today about the man and his dog. And the man means human being and on a whole, and the dog means all domesticated animals. Because I know you cat lovers, you're gonna be mad with me if I say it's only dogs I'm talking about. But on the whole, I only have associated with a dog, and in a little while you can see why. Whenever you associate yourself with a pet, that pet, especially in the Western world, developed world, that pet has usually become part of your family, and it's hard to differentiate between your kids and that animal. It's just part of the family. It costs you a lot to deal with those animals in this part of the world, but I'm sure a lot of you would attest that that having an animal, if you can afford it, is good. So we're gonna talk about Booth. Hi, Booth. Say, so you smiling? You see? I'm coming down. Take you out. We're gonna go for a walk, okay? All right, I'm coming down to give you a walk. So you see how reactive dogs are and pets. No, cats don't react that much, but I have appreciated that dogs do interact with the human being. It's one of the best interactive pets that I've come across, and most of you will agree with me. Well, again, we talk about the gerbil lovers and the cat lovers and then the exotic animals. One of the few of you who keep tigers and leopards and all sort of things in your homes, and alligators and fish. You associate yourself with them. But the overall idea is that whichever type of animal or fish that you keep as a pet, and you look after them and you associate with them, it's a therapeutical endeavor. Therapeutical, and you'd be surprised. Nowadays, we are taking the hospitals or the nursing homes are taking in animals and having them visit the hospitals, and so you'll find that those animals are added to the recovery and the healing process, or companion, lack of spirit for patients. So as we go around with the man and the dog, we're gonna do a tape of today based on that. We're going for a walk, and I certainly will enjoy it, and hopefully you too. So See you in a while. I'm coming here. So right away you see the excitement of Booth. Hey Booth. Let's turn on this light. How are you doing? Come. A bone for you. Gonna carry it in? Oh. I gave him a treat and he took it inside and he like he was taking it to his plate. How smart. Now we human being we think, some of us think we are the only ones who can communicate. But I attest that all organism, mammals and so forth, even fish world and bird world, they have a way of communicating. And human being, I think I would attest that it seems like we're at the top of the scale, but we can't negate the fact that the rest of the animals and fish and birds of this great creation is also they're also communicating with each other. And it's amazing how you see I have a fig tree here, and when it starts to ripe, how does the raccoons communicate to the rest of the team that the fruits are ready? I know the smell goes down the gully and thing, but they come religiously. Now you ready to walk? We're gonna walk, okay? All right. Now they ain't got no more come on. Okay, ready to go? All right, so he's enthusiastic. He's happy that we are going to walk, and he knows that, and you see he's happy. He's saying yes, let's go. He's pulling, which he shouldn't, but right away he knows. So what communication, oops, how did he know to communicate that? If I had a truck, he would pull me. He's excited. He has been outside for morning, but still yet he's excited about going on this walk. Hey, Booth? Right, and he knows his name, so you can't tell me that he's not communicating with man. Right, morning. Good. All right, how are you doing? Good. You excited to go, Booth? Yes, we're going. Yes, he knows his name. So a man and his dog, or a human being and their pet, forms a relationship. And this started thousands of years ago. And if you know, I think all dogs are reported to be descendants of the fox or the wolf. Not the fox, but I think the wolf. So whether it's American or European or Russian, but I think it's, we don't know, I don't know where it started, but that's the report. So but over the years it seemed like the fox or the wolf tend to hang out with the human being to get maybe scraps of food, and eventually they form the relationship, and from crossbreeding and all that, we find that they have evolved into So many different species of dogs and cats and all that. So now, many of you know the dog, he was outside all along, but he didn't want to pee until he comes out here now. He's trying to mark this spot and say, these spots are mine. How do they keep those pee in reserve? I don't know. But now he's smelling and detecting that some other dog has passed this path, and he's now remarking his spot, saying, this is my territory. Common thing. When I was growing up, my dogs in the country, they would have what they would have babies. And you know, just before they had the babies, they would disappear. The mother would disappear for weeks, and when we find her, maybe 4 or 5 weeks after, only because you hear the babies down in the bushes. When you go into the bushes, the mother would have dug a hole in the ground, in the embankment, and the babies were now crawling out and exploring their small neighborhood. So that's part of the nature of things. He's scratching, nobody told him to scratch. And he wanted to poop already, and he had all morning to poop. Come on. All right. But now I think he's using the poop to mark the spot also. All right. Okay. Well, in the Western world here, and in certain societies, you're required to clean up the poop. And you take a bag like this, and you have pooper scoopers, and you clean it up and bag it. So I'm going to put on my gloves just for the purpose of this film, to show you that you're not in the back bushes. You're not in the back bushes. So I put on my gloves, and I'm gonna scoop up the poop. I won't show you that, or maybe YouTube won't like it. Okay, and here we are, we finish scooping, and then you dispose that in a trash bin. Oops, not on the street. Hi, good. So we were passing the house a while ago, and there are a couple dogs in there, and I'm sure they didn't see us, but they smell us, because dogs have one of the greatest sensitive smells in the world, and they were able to smell Booth. But he wasn't even paying them attention. He's just excited about coming out, being taken out, and marking his thing. And you see the smile on his face. Here we are, some other little chihuahuas or whatever they are. They get excited whenever we pass this way, and Boot doesn't feel excited. So dogs, you can see, that's no more than maybe 2 pounds or 3 pounds. So and then loudest bark to show that he's the master of things. And then here comes the other one, the little other one. I tell you. Are we excited? So there you go. So Boot is showing that he's the boss here today. So the communication is on, folks. Boot is not even paying them any mind, but they're barking away and talking and saying, okay, don't come over here, maybe don't come over here. Well, so we are doing a video of a man and his dog, or animals, human and their pets. And that's the old thing we are dealing with today, folks. I'm doing my best in talking about animals because I'm not an expert at this, but just from general observation of what happens when you have a dog or a pet. So here now a dog, the average age for a dog, I think it's between they live between 12 and 15. Sometimes they live up to 18 years of age, and if you multiply each year by 7 or 9, some people say it's 9. If you take 10 years old, 9 10s, 10 times 7 is 70 years old, and that's 10-year-old dog is getting into high age, and then a 12-year-old is very old, 18-year-old is super old, and so forth. So they tend to live in that range, and they never forget you, folks. They never forget you. I remember having a pet in Jamaica, and I left for 20 years. No, not 20 years. I think it was 5 to 8 years. And every time I go back, every other 2 or 3 years, that dog would still remember me. So they never forget. That's almost maybe like an elephant. So, but if in this country you can look after them, take care, and feed them well, the vetting or the medical expenses is very high. But if I said if you can afford it, you are in for a good experience. And if you have facilities that you can keep them inside or out, that's another controversial thing for me. I prefer having dogs outside. I love dogs, but I prefer having them out in the yard or in the bushes, roaming with me. I had Duke, one a pure Basset hound, and that dog, I believe it or not, would go in the woods and hunt, just to run after squirrels and deers and all that. And it was a pleasure. But taken into the house, he was smelling like a dog. Basset hound, they're oily, full of oil. You could wash him, bathe him 1 minute, the next minute you are next hour or so it still smells. And then the problem, the other drawback in having animals, apart from the expenses, is the cleanup and having the hair shed and all that. Clipping, and well, also cleaning up after them, cleaning up the poop and all that, and walking. But on a whole, you get a lot of pleasure by having the dog as a pet, or a cat. You know, we always talk about cats and things. Cats are, I think, are easier to maintain, you know. So there you go. And I know many of you, again, get a lot of pleasure in keeping a cat. So we're walking the neighborhood, and he's pleased. It's kind of warm, so he'll slow down, and then we'll go back. I'm sure he'll drink some water. And don't it, Booth? You're gonna drink a lot of water when you go back? Yeah. That was his name. Whew. The poop smell bad here today. See, he sees a squirrel, he gets excited. Because when he was a puppy, we used to go after the squirrels until his owner kind of break that out, train him out of it. But it was a burst of excitement when we come upon a squirrel. And look, there's one up there, and you're gonna see he gets excited. But then he won't necessarily run after them these days. Let's see, smell it, and he, all right. You still run after it, I think. All right, oh my, oh my. You didn't change, hey boo? You didn't change. You still run after those squirrels, huh? Oh. Well, smell another one. I think the other one was in the bushes there. That was a burst of excitement, folks. I guess you cat lovers, the cat will go after the birds. So, but basically, what I'm talking about today is the therapeutical idea of having a pet among you, if you can afford it, have a space. You can afford it in many ways: money, space, ability to take care, and all that. So, because they form a good companion, and many of you can attest, as we said before, you can talk about the experience of having them and the excitement of feeling rejuvenated with having a dog. So we're walking around the neighborhood. I'm feeling tired, already. The booth is also tired, but both of us, a man and his dog. In this case, he's a borrowed pet. He's spending time with us. It's my daughter's dog. Wow. The birds are feeding on this wild berry. See, this is what they're feeding on. They don't even know the name of it, but they eat it. They get access to the seeds, and the crepe myrtles are blooming. The neighborhood is fairly green, although it's fall, and wow. So now you fish lovers, tell me, what do you get? You can't handle, you can't touch the fish, you can't, well, you can touch them, but I mean most times you just, that will, so what do you get from having the fish? What do you get from having birds? I know some birds even talk. Some of the parrots even talk in some cases. So the interaction with people is good. But fish, I can assume you're getting the view of what they look like, the color variation, and the habitual actions that they do in the water. Cats, they comfort you, and birds, they sing for you, and the colors also is also an added benefit to the human being. So so it's the fact of having a pet, a man's dog, I would say is the most beneficial thing for you, and a lot of you can attest to that. We're back home, and it was a good little walk, and I'll let him out in the yard. He's free to roam a little bit more. I'll dispose of this mess in my trash bin. Okay. And the local government would be pleased of that. Sanitation department would be happy that I dispose of it the proper way. Well, I'll probably do some watering, and that's another thing, because it's nature. You're watching the plants grow, and maybe one day I'll do another video about getting therapeutically cured from having plants and fruits around your garden. So that was a good walk, Booth. Huh? You enjoy that? Good? You gonna say yes? Thank you? All right. Okay. You go inside now and take off your collar, and you can go inside and relax, okay? Go sleep, get water. Talk to you later. So that was a short tape. I know I'm not an expert, but this is Shippy the Explorer saying I thank you for bearing with me, and if I made any mistakes, send me comments and let's talk, and maybe one day I'll be an expert. As I said, I raised dogs in the Caribbean and they were just let loose, and when we go to the bushes to look after the other domesticated animals, they will just trot or follow me, or sometimes they lead because they know where I was going. And we just walk the valleys and the mud holes and the streams together and enjoy life. So I got a lot out of it when I was little, and even in a developed country like United States or Europe or anything like that, you too, you're sure you're getting. So do not abuse your animals. Take care and enjoy them, and may their therapeutical spirits flow through your soul and make you whole. This is Shippy the Explorer saying bye for now, and thanks for being with me today for this short experience. Bye. Talk to you. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Do share, and if you like, share, and if you're a first time comer, do subscribe, folks. Just click the subscription button. It doesn't cost you anything. I haven't been asking for that for a while because I know it's understandable, but some people doesn't understand it, that it doesn't cost. But we're trying to build this station up, so do subscribe. Talk to you folks. Thanks for doing so.